This is a state-of-the-art building. All the rooms are equipped with interactive whiteboards. We have a STEM lab in here.
The first lunch we're going to make is pizza. And what kid doesn't love pizza?
Most of the materials are going to wind up in a landfill, and it's very sad because they really could be recycled.
The start of every new school year is a time for new beginnings, new friends, and new opportunities. But this September, history was made in the borough of Fort Lee, as 5th and 6th graders had the privilege of being the first students to attend the new Lewis F. Cole Intermediate School on Stillwell Avenue.
Welcome to the new Fort Lee Lewis F. Cole Intermediate School. We opened on Monday the 9th. Business as usual here for our 5th and 6th graders. We have 92,000 square feet.
We have more of a flow from grades 5 through 8. In the past, we were only grades 7 and 8, so 2 grade levels, and there was a lot of disconnect between what was going on in 4 different elementary schools in grades 5 and 6 and bringing that into 7 and 8. So now what we have is a strong connection between all 4 grade levels, 5 through 8, in curriculum development, staff collaborations.
On the first floor, we have a brand new gym, which is beautiful. Along with a cafetorium. The second floor has all of our specials. You have your art room, your media center, your music rooms, your world language room. We also have 2 science labs and a maker space. On the 3rd and 4th floor, we have all of our regular classrooms.
The furniture that we picked out for the students, very mobile, more collaborative-like classrooms. All the tables, the chairs are on wheels, so the students and the teachers are able to, again, organize their classroom for a more collaborative, team-like structure.
The elementary schools are now being K-4. So the population there has dropped by roughly a third. We have the 5 and 6 here. It allows the K-4 building to breathe again and to really take advantage of the space there. You know, now teachers will have an art room, a music room, whereas before they were all kind of compacted, teaching on a cart.
I know it was a long haul to get some of the referendums passed. We had one for the 7 and 8 building with the addition to 7, 8 and some of the renovations that we've had. And now we have this as well. So again, it's just incredible to be in a progressive community where the value of education is definitely put in the forefront of people's minds.
Now that school's back in session, parents often have a hard time coming up with easy, delicious, and nutritious lunches for their children. That's why I've invited Julene Stasu to join us today. Julene is a Fort Lee resident, a mother of 2 school-age children, and a registered dietitian and nutritionist. Julene, help us out here. What are some easy and healthy options for back-to-school lunches?
Well, it's pretty easy to put together a simple and nutritious lunch for your child. So the first lunch we're going to make is pizza. And what kid doesn't love pizza? Except this pizza actually is made with cauliflower crust.
Okay.
Healthy, full of vitamins. So you're going to make it, Linda. Are you
Okay,
ready?
I'll give it a try.
Okay, so we're going to take riced cauliflower.
Okay.
And to that, you're going to add 1 egg
Okay.
and mix it up. Do you like to cook?
I do, when I have the time.
You're going to add about half of this cheese to that. And those are basically the 3 ingredients. This is grain-free and gluten-free crust. And because this is TV, we have magic, and we're going to pull out our crust. Look at the beautiful crust you made, Linda.
I did a great job.
And to that, you're going to add your sauce and make your pizza. And you can even have your kids help you do this. It's fun, and they'll love to add their favorite cheeses. Here we have mozzarella.
Be creative, I guess, with this.
Be creative. You can add mozzarella, you can add cheddar, you can top it with turkey sausage, chicken sausage, whatever you made the night before. And before you know it, you have a beautiful cauliflower crust pizza. So we're going to bake this on 450 degrees for about 15 minutes until the cheese gets melted.
Okay.
And again, for lack of time, we've already baked that, and we have produced our beautiful cauliflower pizza. So our second option is our taco salad. And all the kids I know love tacos. And what you're going to do is you're going to add your salad to that.
Okay.
Okay.
Now this taco shell looks a little different than what most people are used to.
It is. So that taco shell is a whole grain, soft taco shell that you can buy anywhere. You can also make it. But,
Okay.
And to that you're going to add salsa,
Okay.
made with really nutritious tomatoes. You're going to add cheese. This is Mexican cheese trio, so that adds protein to the dish.
Okay.
And today we're going to add something that I just made last night, some grilled chicken that I cut up. So that adds a little bit of protein to the
Okay.
dish. And you can just go ahead and lay it right on top. And we're serving that today with some guacamole and terra chips on the side. And one more thing, don't forget to send your kids with water instead of sugar-packed juices with their lunches.
Good tip, Julian. Thank you again for
Thank you.
joining us. Parents, as you can see, it's very easy to send your kids to school with easy and creative lunches. Her exhibit, Talking Trash, at the Fort Lee Library will certainly turn some heads. The trash I'm referring to are recycled and discarded goods, such as wood, algae, and drywall. Items one local resident views as things of beauty that can be transformed into art. I recently had a chance to visit Ronnie Streichler at her workshop in upstate New York to see some of her work in progress.
I want to show people how you can make something like this bowl and how easy it is to cut drywall. Now part 2. We're going to put the bowl together, and for that we have caulking. We're going to do this at every level. I try to recycle wherever I can. Reuse, of course. That was my inspiration when I came across all the drywall and the Trex that was being discarded in dumpsters and on the properties around Fort Lee. The Trex that I used to make these pieces from were from a house that was being demolished. I'm comfortable with tools, and I'm comfortable making what I see in my mind. So if you put that together, you can often come up with a piece that resembles art. Last season there was a considerable amount of filamentous algae in our pond, and this is just algae. Almost every artist feels they have to create. They're inspired to make something. It really takes its own journey. Even when you start, it never is what you think it's going to be. This is from my show on recycling back in the 90s. That was at Liberty Science Center. This is welded and put together with epoxy.
Although Ronnie spends most of her time at her Fort Lee apartment, she does all of her artwork here at her studio in upstate New York. And there's good reason.
I don't think my neighbors would appreciate a saw going full time.
Ronnie's work is currently on display at the Fort Lee Library. A meet and greet with the artist is scheduled for October 22nd at 6:30 p.m. The Talking Trash exhibit will run through October 31st. Fort Lee will never forget. The borough's annual memorial ceremony honoring the victims of the 9/11 terrorist attacks was recently held at Constitution Park. 4 Fort Lee residents were among the nearly 3,000 people who died that day.
For the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming.
Mayor Sokolich also expressed his gratitude to the heroes and first responders of Fort Lee, who continue to serve our borough and risk their lives every day to protect others. That wraps up our show. Thanks for joining us again.